What's up, bro?
We're here to test. How do you think she's gonna do?
I have zero expectation that this thing is gonna want to do anything, but
So we know you got a hammered diff bushing already.
yeah. Yeah, all we've done so far is we put a rack spacer in, which I think I'm still limited by the bump stops, honestly. And all we've done is put coils and wheels on it. So this is like a bone stock vehicle. So this will probably do absolutely nothing that it needs to do, but
it's got, you know, 200-ish.
we'll see. I think we'll take it on the low skid pad first, and then go from there, right?
Cool.
We'll just pump the tires to the max. I'll probably crank the coils. We'll leave it soft for now, but crank the coils eventually because I know it's gonna need to be loosened up.
It's gonna need every advantage it can get. She's a big rig.
First one, we just went for the skid pad. Definitely way different. She's heavy and transitions really funky. No handbrake. I tried to give her a whirl and she just went like that. So it just doesn't lock up. But clutch is good. Clutch is grabbing.
No funkiness from the diff?
Yeah, no, it grabs. It's throttle input, I think with the electronic throttle is a little delayed. So you really have to kind of have to drive it how like my Corolla was just NA. You have to be foot down when you need it and quickly. But yeah, otherwise it's okay. It needs honestly a better alignment, because what I found was it would get into this like weak period and then it would just want to sort of spin out. It wasn't really leading the wheel or whatnot. So it honestly probably just means more like just adjustment up front. Ooh, I hear something in the diff.
Yeah, you can definitely hear a clunk.
Yeah.
Man, it's got a lot of side bite, eh?
Yeah, she definitely does.
Like, that's probably all the weight.
Oh, she's so soft.
So heavy.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Cranked up the dampeners, so she should be a little bit stiffer this time. So basically, a 17 points of adjustment, put it all the way up, back 5.
He figured it out.
That's a big ass trunk.
Basically, the car is super soft, and one thing to combat a shitty drift car is just make it hard and loose.
That's what she said.
So we stiffed up the rear, the Godspeed coils, kind of a poor design. You literally can't access it from the trunk, so you have to pull the shock out and adjust. Harden up the front, harden up the rear, a few clicks. We'll see how she goes. Try and kick it to eternity, maybe. All right, let's see. Come in nice and slow. That's how you rack that oil pan. Turn the AC off, is that what he said?
Yeah. There you go.
It's just not gonna go. Without the handbrake, not gonna do that.
guess Red's bored of this thing. You can only do so much, so I'm gonna go out and try not to blow it up.
I'm gonna let Stevie P rip it and see what he thinks of it.
See how Beamer-esque it is. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Wheeling a fully stock car.
Yeah, yeah.
Half a diff bushing.
Part of a diff pushing. All right, let's rip, dude.
It's so weird.
I can see the front geometry is so whack.
It's so fucked.
It's doing this. So because it's 0, as you get to here, it starts positively cameraing.
Yeah.
It's doing like
your
this.
lead wheel is like falling over.
Is that what you saw?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
was
crazy.
Like, when you put it full on, I was like, it looks like it's jacking, but jacking because of positive camera.
Dude, it does not self-steer at all.
Nothing.
And like the fucking
Were you
throttle.
braking? What were you doing?
I was like little tap, and then I was
So
like,
just lock the front up.
yeah. And oh, dude, the fucking throttle is like,
Oh no. Yeah, it just doesn't do it.
it was
That's what
very-
Buddy said. He's like, the pedal commander waits these things to fuck up. But I think I'll just get a tune. Like,
My impression of the Genesis is it's got power. It had a lot more grip than when Rhett was driving it. The fresh tires were getting a little squirrely, and it's frustrating to not be able to drive something when you know you can drive, because you're hitting the gas and there's like a, and we're going.
a hard delay. It's got a bad delay.
There's no self-steer, so the suspension geometry is weird and the transition is a little strange, but I feel like it is what a stock Beamer felt like way back in the day when I started drifting, where it has the power. It will transfer nicely if we do a little bit more kind of love and care up front, but I mean, I was sitting there waiting. I had the AC on and I was really enjoying myself. Had the Bluetooth on, so I think it'll be sick. It definitely needs some work, but it was pretty hilarious to kind of come out and just like sling on something that is bone stuff.
We definitely came and we kind of conquered, so we now know what little stuff it needs, which is sweet. And honestly, pretty surprising how well it drifted. Like, it does do good. You know what? The only last bit there was like seeing what it actually drifted like with some complete fresh tires, because that's kind of the way we're gonna go. Just always put fresh tires on it. So it's gonna be, I think what it really needs to do that well is it just needs better gearing, because third is just a little too long. It didn't want a light third, so I think we'll have to play around. There are options for the Genesis, so I think either a 3.9 or a 3.7 would work really, really well. But yeah, and just go welded, because the LSD was working great, which is pretty impressive, I think. Yeah.
It didn't fail to lock once, but it unlocks on that transition, which I think is an interesting feeling coming from welded diffs.
Yeah, exactly. So it did a lot better, and like power steering oil cooler held up. Like that all worked. Like the pump never had an issue. I mean, we weren't wheeling it hard, but it worked good. Yeah. So it really needs an alignment, a diff. Probably needs arms in the rear because it's got bad camber wear right now, because I think they're sitting at 1 degree. Steve's suggestion was see if we can get the centric bolt, see if we can get the camber a little bit back. You know, that's a free solution, so do that first before I purchase some arms. And then maybe eventually a tune. I think I've heard like tunes kind of wake these cars up a little bit, and then we can...
Even if it doesn't wake it up, it'll be nice to get rid of the delay on the throttle.
Exactly. We can work the limiter a little bit better and get that delay out of there, because currently the limiter right now, even if you crack the limiter, it doesn't limp the car, but it definitely dies. And on the Link, I think that's like the dwell time between the limiter. Like, it just doesn't crack it and keep going. It kind of hits and then pulls, like pull timing or whatever out of it. So that's something hopefully the tune can help out. But she Gucci.
So overall, it's I think it'll be a pretty good drift car. Eventually, needs some work, don't we all? But I think that's gonna do it this time. I don't know what that was. See you next time.
Believe it or not, jail.